Visible learning, this is how it works. It's uniquely built to move all parts of a school and impact on the most important part, the learner. The system can be broken down into these main stages: learner, teacher, impact coaches, leaders, and system level. Visible learning also works if there is a whole system with many schools. If we're just concentrating on one school, we'll move the 4 parts. If we're concentrating system level as well, we'll move all 5. So we start with the teacher. Teachers develop their practice by linear focus on specific areas. We'll start by increasing their knowledge base, based on the largest ever study on what is proven to work. Impact coaches will be chosen from the teacher group. We'll be there to develop their skill set in working with colleagues in very specific ways. This is done by increasing specificity on impact. The 2 of the main skills the impact coaches within the visible learning model are gathering evidence objectively and open to learning conversations. Through a series of impact cycles, this allows expertise development in both the impact coaches and the teachers. Evidence from the impact coaches also informs school leaders in their development of structures and protocols. This results in alignment around impact, so all parts of the model are working in harmony. Leaders will be working on developing the evidence base on which key decision making is made. There are 3 key areas to understand. Firstly, external research base. And through the visible learning meta-analysis studies by Professor John Hattie, he's identified over 240 intervention factors in the teaching model. This was based on over 250 million learners. Secondly, we need to build an internal evidence base, and this will show you what is working and what brings impactful learning. And then thirdly, we'll bring in an evidence base around implementation. Here we use a series of evaluation tools to both inform and show you where traction is being achieved. This allows us all to adjust the programme to the school's needs. As a direct result, whole school planning becomes much easier and is based on rigorous progress for every learner. At learner level, once the first 3 levels are moving, attention goes to the learners. The keys to unlocking learner agency and improving outcomes are around expectations and clarity on next steps. The teacher affects these through learning conversations. These sharpen the feedback process so it becomes 2-way and highly effective. The learning goes through a series of impact cycles and deliberate practices and becomes much more focused on progressions. Visible learning is designed to work in and across schools. School leaders collectively work on evidence gathering and impact strategy strengthening, both in their individual schools and across the system as a whole. At system level, the executive leaders can take evidence from across the range of schools. This comes from leaders, impact coaches, teachers, and learners. It is objectively supported by data and the evaluation tools. This allows system leaders to weave internal strategy with external priorities, thus bringing exceptional clarity to priorities and use of resources. The system is deliberately designed to activate communication on a 2-way basis. This ensures sustainability and growth in expertise. To support the implementation of visible learning, we use a range of tools. Evaluation tools measure baseline and progress. PD sessions provide input and motivation. Impact cycles are the frame for development of expertise. Research base is the largest study of teacher impact and continually updated. Implementation processes ensure timeline and iterations are successful. Effect size measurement allows comparison across achievements in all areas and across all learners. Onboarding takes care of people coming into the model at different stages. Whole school planning underpins and strengthens existing school improvement planning. Bespoke support ensures all schools are taking on an individual journey according to their needs, context and stage of development. Starting points identify high probability areas of focus. Shared language around visible learning ensures specificity and clarity on the next steps. Visible learning. Osiris Educational is the UK and Ireland's exclusive provider of visible learning. To find out more, simply follow the links below.